Hello, my brothers and sisters. This is Ross Robbie McLean in Bluffton, or we say South Carolina. Uh, what I wanted to talk to you about today is the truth. See, the truth is that someone told these people that we were animals. They told them that we were not humans, that we were animals, and that we were only three-fifths of a man. See, understanding is that they have a right to the domination of all animals creeping and crawling on the earth. This is what they said in the Bible, that but we're not animals. We are man. We are the Most High, His children. See, they got the understanding that all animals would be taken over and dominated and conditioned and made to obey. See, but the thing about it being that we're not animals, they have no right to dominate us. They have no right to make demands on our lives, because the Most High God said that mankind has dominion over the earth. Never said any man had any status higher than the next man. All men, arms, legs, head, and teeth, nails, basically, brain functioning, that we can think about things and build things with our own ideas, and the possibilities of even have a higher learning. See, all of these things make you a man or a woman. See, animals, they can't think like we do. They don't build things. They don't create from, they don't sit down with a hammer and nails or screw gun or screwdriver. They don't make tools that could be used to build a building. Not yet, anyway. Who knows what may be in the future. But I do know for sure that God made us men, and He made women women. Didn't give any gender to be a male or female and us to be animals. So see, this is the reason why they have control over us. This is the domination that they put in their book to make us less than them by making us animals. We're not animals. We are all on this planet, and some people are going to disagree with this. We're all mammals. White, black, Chinese, Indians, all of those people are animals of a certain form, which is considered a mammal, but we're not animals under the laws of God. We were created higher than the animals with the knowledge and the wisdom and understanding to create, to make things happen. So, white man, Mr. White Man that claims this animals theory, understand, you're just as much a beast as anybody else. Because you have hair, teeth, and nails just like we do. Your family may produce still young. I don't know, they might be drying out or whatever the situation may be. But at the same time, we are all black, white, yellow, red, whatever your situation may be, men and women. We're not animals. They need to just cut that whole crap out about us being some damn animals. I mean, it's under the tribes, the laws, and the federations and situations dealing with the eagle, the bear, the lion, the cheetah, the panther, and all of those different symbols based upon our animal totems. See, and I know already that our animal totem is the lion. So I'm not really stressing about this. I already understand the programming. And I don't even have to look upon anything else to question where my animal totem is, because you are like your totem. But we are not animals. Man is man. Black, white, yellow, brown. It doesn't matter what color you are. We're men, and they are women. Females of our species. Now, when we all realize this lie was put on that Constitution, that we were lower than three-fifths of a man. Three-fifths of a man, the rest of us is God, okay? The rest of us is God, so they can't even denounce that. Three-fifths of us is man. In other words, the skin, the hair, the teeth, and the nails is definitely a male or a man. But the spiritual energy that's the rest of us is God. So, yes, we are three-fifths of a man, and the rest of us is God. They can't denounce that either, because see, their own book, in every book around, says that we are gods upon this earth. And I don't denounce any man as being a god or whatever the situation may be. I look in respect of all human beings as being from the creator. So I can't denounce anything except for the fact that they're treating people wrong. And if they're thinking that they're going to continue to do this, it's going to come to a time when we learn how to use that God force within us. And when we learn how to use that God force, brothers and sisters, they better back up, because the spirit of God within a human being can be enough to light up a city. One human being. So now if you can figure out how to use the rest of your brain, which they're deadly afraid of, because if we knew how to use all the science, mathematics, and things that they stole from us, from the Moors, gave it to them. Now understand this, the Moors, and I'm going to tell you a little secret, the Moors knew what was going to happen in the future. They had already sat down and wrote this history out, but what they wanted to do was transport the black people all over the planet. Four corners of the earth now we are standing, and we are the dominant race on the planet, because there are more of that situation, except for the Chinese and the Japanese and the Koreans. Understand this. If we were to understand that we are the children of God, we are not animals. Animals, you can act like an animal sometimes, because people have that instinct in them to get angry and to be frustrated and to take their energy out on certain situations. But in the end of the day, we are people of God. God made us. God made us in his image and his likeness. Male and female, he made them. That's what it says in the book. He didn't say he made one animals and the rest of them is man. He said he made man. And out of man came woman. Or if you say this, God made man and female. He made them at the same time. Because I don't really take to that Adam and Eve story where they take the rib out and all that. I think that more was determining that a race came out of a race. It didn't really mean that a man came out and then woman came out of his rib. That's some more confusion to make men and women fight amongst themselves. So I don't take to that story. I take to the story that God made man, male and female, he made them. It said, let us make man in our image and our likeness. It didn't say, let me. And it say that God is a male or a female. God is God, and God is in the universe. They control all things. And I don't think that there's a homosexual God. So God would not be making man first, and God wouldn't be making woman in second, and all of this stuff that the people are trying to make happen. But I do know that there's multiple different versions in that book. You can sit down and look at it. I can show you 3 versions of the creation of man, and I can show you 3 versions of Christ being crucified, and I can show you 3 versions. And I really think that there's 3 versions. There might be a situation where they can tell you one thing and then go to the next church and tell the next church something else, and then go to the next church and tell the next church something else, and guess what you're going to have? A fight. So everybody's arguing amongst themselves about who's right, and all 3 of them can open their book and read this paragraph that says what they say, and each person is going to look and say, well, my paragraph is in there too, and your paragraph is in there too. So then question why. That's the question you should be asking yourself. Why can 3 versions be in the book? And why does your minister go to one place and tell you a story, and the next minister in another church tells his story from another area? And why is this happening? I mean, I've been to 4 or 5 different denominations and conditions. I've seen different versions being read. So I can't sit back and say that's not happening. So, brothers and sisters, like I said today, we are men. And the females of our race are female. We are humans. We are not animals. And those Europeans, they put that in the Constitution, talking about 3/5 of a man, 3/5 of the man. The other half of us is God. So don't think that the other half of us is animal. And no, the other half of us is God. All right. So